everything set up here. Okay. First session of the year. Let's see if I can. I'm not quite liking this. All right. We got brand new sack tire. This one, it's an oldie but a goodie, so we're gonna save this. Because the last one of these brand new ones that I opened, within 5 bags, the rivet came out of the top. So we'll see. Yeah, see, for some reason, see if I can show the difference. It's the exact same from the top. When you look at the bottom, this is the old one, this is the new one. Old one, rivet goes all the way through. The new ones, the rivet does not go all the way through. I don't know. I think the same thing's gonna happen as the last time. We'll give it a try and see what happens. Yeah. I don't know why they changed the design. Probably started making them somewhere different, but yeah. New one, the rivet does not go all the way through. Old one, it does. So we'll try the new one, see what happens. If I don't like it, I'll just go right back to the old one. I have like 6 of these things, honestly. Ooh, that's tight. Use a magic thread. We're gonna be tying natural. We got, I think these are coho eggs, I believe. I tie them for the local shop right down the road from me. One thing I did not grab was a garbage bag. So yeah, I live in Erie, Pennsylvania. So we fish for Lake Erie Steelhead. Our season has not started yet. We're lacking rain. It's still early. They are starting to stage up. Some people have already been catching some late evenings and very early mornings. There was already some steelhead being caught. Nothing crazy though, nothing worth traveling for, nothing like that. Even the local guides will tell you that it's still super early. Hold your horses. All right. So again, Atlas mics, spawn netting. Yeah, we're just gonna, I think they switched their netting. This netting, all I use is Atlas mics. This netting is not like the soft rolls. Last year the rolls were like, sorry about that. The rolls were like super soft last year. This netting is kind of like hard, not really much stretch. If somebody can let me know, because I'm pretty sure Atlas mics switched their net. Which is a bummer, because I loved their old net. What in the name of Sam Hill? Should not have to force that in there like that. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, 100%. They switched their netting. That sucks. The last stuff I had was like super soft. This stuff, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like gritty. Like this netting is not the way that it used to be. So yeah, we got coho eggs. I don't know how many here. Probably enough for 100 or so sacks. Give me 1 second. I gotta go grab a grocery bag so I can throw all my clippings in my garbage. Be right back. All right, we're back. Got our Kool-Aid, got our garbage bag. Definitely should have put more sugar in that Kool-Aid. What's that gonna do for me? Bomber! All right, I'm back. I grabbed 2 bags this time just in case another one had a hole in it because no, I didn't check them when I grabbed them out of the cupboard. What's up, Frank? Just getting ready to tie up some spawn bags. Last year, I think I had just shy of 5,000. And when I say just shy, I'm talking within, I think it was like 4,900 and some egg sacks. It literally was my life every day, every evening. As soon as I would get done with work, come home, tie egg sacks till 9, 10 o'clock at night. Go to work next day, repeat the process. So, but yeah, in case you didn't catch it, we're using the Atlas Mike spawn netting, Atlas Mike's magic thread, and I just opened, this is a brand new machine. Brand new, just took it out of the package. They switched the rivets. This one's like flush, doesn't go all the way through, and on the old ones it goes all the way through. So I had one of these new machines last year, and I ended up taking it back because 5 egg sacs in, the whole thing just fell apart because that rivet doesn't go all the way through because they're making them cheaper than they used to. As is everything else in the world nowadays. So, well, we won't get into that. Okay, so I got coho eggs. I use a little spoon. Scoop them out. I have an empty container, and then I put some napkins or paper towels on the bottom. So after I clip the excess netting off of them, I put them in here, and then the paper towel or the napkin will soak up all the extra liquid. Some people prefer, I tie these for a shop, so when I put them in these little baggies, and they sell them in these. When I put them in there, I prefer to not have a ton of liquid and them look like absolute trash. So, all right, let's get down to business. It's probably gonna take me a minute to get back into it. Usually, with these cohos, I run 5 to 6 eggs. You want to make sure you are not wearing clothes that you care about when you do this because they will pop. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna like this new one. Yep, it's not. I can already tell you on the first sack. I can already tell you I am not gonna like it. Probably gonna go back to the old one. Look at how much slop. There's so much slop in there. I don't know, it's just something not right about it. Ew. Brand new machine, and it left that knot. Disgusting. I don't know. I'm gonna give it, what bait store? East End Angler in Harbor Creek, Pennsylvania. I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania. I live on the east side of the county, basically PA New York line. I think I'm gonna give this new tire maybe a dozen, and if it don't, maybe a couple dozen. So far, between Atlas mics changing their netting and this new tire, not liking it. Just doesn't seem, just doesn't seem to pull the bag as tight. Be going there in November. Yeah, definitely probably one of the best times to get up here. Yeah, see, it's not even retracting itself the whole way. Gosh, had to do it. Not digging it. Go back to the old one. It's an oldie but a goodie. I don't make them like this anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it again later. I don't know. I'm just not a fan. Yeah, see? The lever is loose. It just doesn't. This is the new one. Just doesn't want to retract itself. Where this one here, I mean, you flick it and it right back up. This one, I'll give it a chance. It probably just needs broke in. Not today. Don't have the patience for it today. Are you from PA, Frank? You come up here, stop in at East End Angler. There'll be a whole selection of spawn bags there. I tell you, all their spawn bags. Been doing it for 4 or 5 years, if not longer. I'm gonna say longer than that. I've probably been tying their spawn bags. My son's probably 7 or 8 years. I'm hoping to make it back up to New York here in a couple weeks when the salmon start running, so I can get a bunch of my own eggs. Steelhead season's coming. If we keep getting rain. Oh, you're from Butler. Okay, I got a couple buddies from Butler. If you're from Butler, you probably heard about Flieger's Flies. Jesse, he's a good dude, for sure. You're pretty close then. But yeah, hopefully we keep getting the rain like we've been getting for the last couple months. I mean, something to prop this up. We keep getting this rain, it's gonna be a good time. That's for sure. Wow, there's a lot of shells in these eggs. Wish I could play music or something while I'm doing this. Usually that's what I do, but I don't feel like getting a copyright infringement from YouTube. Ooh. Anybody's got any questions or anything, shoot them away. Be here for a couple hours doing this. If you guys could hit that subscribe button, make sure you like this. Got plenty of content coming. I live right here in the heart of Steelhead Alley in Pennsylvania, so once they're in the creeks, that's basically all I'm doing. Last year I didn't really film a lot steelhead content last year, just because I was still new into this YouTube thing and was honestly like so worried about trying to make the perfect video that I deleted a lot of content that honestly a lot of it was funny and would have made good content, would have made people laugh, some tips and tricks, but I was just so focused on trying to make like the perfect videos that I junked a lot of content, and I kind of regret it. So this year we're not going to do that. I also have a Facebook page. If you go to the search bar on Facebook and type in Tightline Fanatic, I have a page there as well. Everybody just clicking on a video. What's going on? Tying some coho eggs into row bags for steelhead season for my local shop. Oop, just popped one in that bag. Sometimes when you put them in the bag and then you tighten the machine around the netting, if you have it too tight, you will pop one. You just hope that it doesn't pop in your face, because it gets nasty. You start tasting fish. What's going on, everybody? Guess I could probably move this over here. Get that big behemoth in there. A lot of shells in these eggs. I'm probably gonna have to stop here in a second and pick them out. Some people don't care. They'll tie the casings in there. I don't like to do that. It just looks like crap. See, there's all these little empty shells all over in here. Definitely not as fast at it right now as I was last year. Gotta get back into the swing of things. It's also easier when you tie king salmon eggs versus these coho eggs. Coho eggs are smaller. What's going on, everybody? We can barely see the machine. We are tying up row bags for the upcoming steelhead season. I'm located in Erie, Pennsylvania, so right here in the heart of Steelhead Alley. We've been getting a lot of rain this summer, so hoping that that continues into late September and the fall. Actually, it'd be nice to get a nice push of fish early this year. Last year, it was so inconsistent. We get rain, the fish would come in, and then it wouldn't rain for like 2 weeks, and everybody just fishing the holes right out of the creeks, and there was literally like no fish. It was crazy. Some of the best holes in these creeks around here come like end of November. There was not a single fish in there. It was a bummer. So hopefully this year's better. Everybody that's catching them out in the lake right now trolling for walleye. There's a very, that was a bad egg. There's a very good quality out there. Several fish at 13 to 15 pounds being caught. So I don't know if you guys can see that. How about that? I need some pink bags. I'm going to buy some for me and talk about. Pink's a great color, especially in the fall. Like hopefully we get some rain like right before you guys come up and you get a little stain to the water. Pink is very good in stained water. But yeah, I have all kinds of colors. He wanted me to do natural first because usually early season the water's low and clear. So, but yeah, I got white, pink, orange, red, chartreuse, yellow, and lime, purple, peach, blue, pretty much any color you can think of. I experimented with the purple a little bit last year, and I don't know, I didn't have very much luck on it, so definitely going to try it out again this year and see if maybe it's just a weird year or what, but just couldn't really get the purple to work. Which is weird because, you know, purple woolly buggers and stuff work on a fly rod. I figured why wouldn't purple netting on a spawn bag work, but it wasn't very good for me. Last year, peach was probably the number one. And honestly, not very many people around here like use peach. They just kind of buy whatever's at the shops, and the shops have your basic, you know, your chartreuse, white, red, orange, stuff like that. But the peach is where it's at. That's probably my number one producer. Try to put 7 in there and see what happens. little bigger with 7. Yeah, honestly, if you keep watch of the weather, come middle of October, if you can get up here like right after a rainstorm, when it's not completely blown out but the streams are on their way down, that's when you want to fish. Early season, when the streams are on the drop after a rainstorm, it is game on. And I mean, it's crazy, like beyond crazy. So if you can get up here in like October, right after a rainstorm, you gotta think, the early October, the trees still have their leaves on. So we get a rainstorm, that water drops pretty quick because the trees are still sucking that water up out of the roots, you know, which comes from the creeks to keep the leaves on. But once the leaves come off the trees, you know, end of October into November, that's when we start being able to contain more and have more of a steady flow, because the trees aren't constantly sucking up that water to keep, you know, keep their foliage on. Yeah, October. I've had some crazy days in October. 16 mile. Watching the fish come from the lake, just like salmon, just one after another, after another, after another. Stood in the same spot, and you probably didn't see the same fish all day. It was kind of crazy. A lot of brown trout been showing up the last couple of years too. For some reason last year, a lot of pink salmon showed up. Pink salmon are, you know, kind of unheard of around here. And last year somebody did a survey, and I think it was, I don't know, I want to say like 150 reports of pink salmon being caught. I mean, granted, a lot of them were probably caught twice, whatever, but it's just weird that you catch one pink salmon here, one there, and it wasn't even like I would catch one. It'd be like so-and-so caught one, and then it'd be like 3 months later, so-and-so caught one here. And then all of a sudden last year, there was pink salmon everywhere. I mean, the whole Lake Erie coast, you know, Ohio, PA, New York, pink salmon were everywhere. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows where they came from. Nobody knows why they just decided to show up. So if somebody has any info on that, let me know, because I'm very curious. All right. Probably got like 2 dozen so far, maybe a little more. I don't mind tying the spawn bags. It's just very, very, very repetitive. But passes the time. If you guys could hit that subscribe button. We got plenty of steelhead content coming this year. Steelhead coming. I'm going to be making a trip or two here in the next couple weeks for some salmon up in New York. Tons of steelhead fishing coming. Hopefully we get in the ice this year. That would be nice. Bought Garmin Live Scope, used it on the boat, jigging walleyes and stuff. Last couple times we went out jigging, honestly, all we did was catch sheephead, so I didn't even film a video. Maybe somebody wants to see a video of us catch a sheephead, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, hoping to get that, use that live scope on the ice this year. That's gonna be a blast. We'll have to meet up and fish in November. Yeah, let me know. Usually I primarily fish the east side streams, like the mile streams, but every once in a while you'll catch me out on the west side if I feel like combat fishing that day. But yeah, I'm out pretty much every weekend. Sometimes I'll even scoot out during the week if I can. I grew up fishing the east side, so that I think that's kind of why I stay out here, because I know these creeks like the back of my hand. There's quite a few cohos caught last year too, last fall. So interested to see if they make a run this year. I know there has been a couple walleye tournaments out of Erie, PA here. There's been 2 king salmon caught in Lake Erie out of Erie, Pennsylvania. 2 king salmon were caught. I know of at least 2 cohos that have been caught. That's all I know salmon wise now, but what was the other one? Oh, the one charter, I think it was Nemesis Charters. They caught an Atlantic salmon, which they tracked the fin clipping back, that the fin that was clipped traces it back to that fish being stocked in Lake Huron, which is super crazy. I think it was like 10 pounds, 10-pound Atlantic salmon. It was crazy. So you never honestly know what you're going to catch out there. You really never do. You fish a spinning rod, Frank? I kind of do it all. I prefer not to use my fly rod, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Usually I use my center pin rod. Every once in a while I'll break out the fly rod or my spinning rod. Usually I break out the spinning rod when the water's super low and clear, so that way I don't have to use, you know, a big heavy float. I can kind of keep it light, use a little. Oh, that egg just exploded all over my arm. Use a little like trout magnet bobbers and keep it real simple, real light. But I have gotten into center pin fishing. I don't have a super expensive combo. I have an Akuma rod 2 reel with the Fish USA flagship rod. It's an 11-foot. You ain't gotta go super expensive with it to have fun. Definitely enjoy using a center pin though. I actually took that. I think I got it right here. Actually took this rod. If I can not break it. I took this rod. It is an 11-foot 2-piece light. I took this rod and I caught king salmon with it last year. We'll be right above 16 on 14th at Falls. 14. Oh, on the 14th. Yeah. I haven't been down, so we got some crazy wild high water this year. Every year, for the last couple of years, those falls at 16 Mile, they've been changing a lot. The high water's really been busting the shale out. I guess nobody can do anything to the shale because you can't alter the creek bed or whatever you want to call it. But honestly, I wish the Fish Commission would somehow carve that shale out, because if the fish could get above those falls, you know what I'm talking. If they could get above those falls, those fish would be all the way up past I-90. Would open up so much more water for us to fish. Because that creek goes all the way past I-90. We'd be able to fish out almost like people fish Elk Creek, or like way up. Like, you wouldn't have that crowding. It would bring a lot more people to the east side to fish, you know, help the town, help the little economy of Northeast, you know. wish for some way that we could get those falls figured out, but I guess I just gotta wait for Mother Nature to break the shale down. So like I said, I haven't been down there to check it out yet. I really should. Maybe tomorrow I'll go check it out. Make a little short out of it or something. Yeah, I'm gonna start posting more reels and stuff on my Facebook. So you guys go follow, go to Facebook, type in the search bar Tightline Fanatic. I share a lot of stuff on there, a lot of good businesses. And the big one though, if you guys could hit that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm at like 620 right now, working my way to 1,000. Honestly, right now I have more subscribers than I thought I ever would, so very grateful for that. Just got to keep setting milestones for myself and just keep going. Yes, I'm going to try pinning. Oh, you're going to try pinning? Heck yeah. Do you have a pin already, or are you looking to get a combo? Honestly, if you don't have one and you're looking to start, I'd say like the Akuma Ra 2 reel. It's kind of pricey. I think the last time it was like 140 bucks or something. But honestly, the Akuma Aventa is probably the best starter reel. That's what I started with. All I did was change out the bearings in the reel so that way it was a lot smoother. And then the Aventa combo that I got came with a 13.5-foot rod. And I ended up, it was just too long for the creeks that I fished, so I ended up getting, I think it was an 11-foot 3, and then I ended up breaking the tip, so then I switched to this 11-foot Fish USA. But yeah, if you're just getting into it, I definitely don't suggest like going hog wild, getting a $500-600 reel, $1,000 reel. Definitely do not jump that deep into it because it gets super expensive super quick. But yeah, if we end up meeting up in the creek or whatever, I could help you out a little bit. No problem with that. Do you usually fish the east side when you come up and fish, or you kind of bounce all over the place? God, my eye won't stop twitching. It's been twitching for like 3 days. Ugh. Yeah, I don't ever fish the zoo. Maybe once a year you'll catch me there if you're lucky. That place is something else. I stay away from that place. Terrible. I just don't know how anybody could be comfortable fishing literally 6 inches from each other. You got to turn sideways just to cast. That ain't for me. Don't get me wrong, I've had some very good days there just above the bridge where everybody else fishes. We had just got rain, ton of fish moved up. I was using a bead, and it was like every drift, boom, boom, at least getting hit. Oh, just busted another egg. I mean, it was crazy. It's also the same place that I had some guy flip out on me because I wouldn't give him the fish that I caught. Caught a steelhead. He's like, "Are you gonna keep that?" I was like, "Nope." He's like, "Can I have it?" I said, "Nope." Then I put it back, and he started cussing me out because I wouldn't give him the fish I caught. I was like, "Get your own, dude." I lost a lot over there because people won't reel in. Yeah. Honestly, there's a lot of horror stories about like New York salmon fishing too. And when I went up last year, when I had fish on, you know, you yell hooked up, whatever. And honestly, everybody reeled in. Like, I was like, this is not the way people portray it to be. I mean, I'm sure you get some freaking D-bags, but honestly, New York was pretty fun. I'm going up again, a couple weeks. I think I got a couple buddies that are thinking about going as well. But yeah, you won't really catch me at the zoo. I do like fishing elk. I'm not gonna lie. I do like fishing elk because there's so much creek to fish that you can really spread out there. And really, if you want to walk, you can get away from people. A lot of browns and elk. So usually I just fish the east side just because it's close to my house. But if I'm gonna like fish a full day, then I'll go to a bigger stream just so I don't have to deal with everybody. Because you know, on the east side, the mile trips, there's area to fish like 20 mile. You can walk for a ways. But I've been stomping those creeks for so long that I kind of get bored with them. There's still places on elk that I have yet to even touch. Might have to take a break here. A couple minutes. I gotta get my boy ready for bed. What's going on, everybody that just joined? Tying some spawn bags for steelhead. The season is fast approaching. We already got some reports of some being caught at the mouths of the creeks here. They're just the scouts, as we call them, coming in just to check things out. But the water's still super warm, so during the day they're going right back out. Get down in that cooler water. I think they're staging in probably the mid-20s to 30s during the day. But this year we have a super good year class. I mean, several steelhead being caught, 13 to 15 pounds for people that are out trolling for walleye or, you know, trolling spoons, whatever. Several fish being caught, 13 to 15 pounds. Just hope we can get that rain this year and get these creeks loaded up with fish, because last year was a disappointment. Honestly, it was kind of a disappointment everywhere, because when I went salmon fishing last year, they really didn't have any rain either. I guess the run just wasn't great. But that was my first time up there, so I don't really know the difference or what it's supposed to be or what it usually is. I had a great time. I think I went like 3 for 5 on kings. and freaking brown trout everywhere. They were running into my legs. It was wild. Only caught one steelhead. It was like 10 inches long. Yeah, went up for the salmon. That was fun. Brought some eggs home. Brought fish home. Got it smoked. Thought it tasted like absolute crap. I just didn't want to kill it just for the eggs. So I figured I'd eat it. Yep, I ended up giving it away. It was not. I've eaten smoked steelhead and just did not taste like smoked steelhead. Whew. Let's see if I can, Frank, see if I can show you this one. That right there, that was 13 pounds. That's a replica I had done. Hand carved out of aspen wood. I caught that one at 16 mile. That was 13 pounds. 2 years ago. On a fly rod, unfortunately. Still looking for a 10. So before that one, previously my biggest was 10, and I caught that 15 years ago. Yep. It took me like 13 years to upgrade from a 10. I've caught several 8s, 9s. Just could never pass that 10 until that one. Got linked up with a guy that my buddy knows pretty well. He hand carves the replicas out of aspen wood. I mean, he just finished up a smallmouth for somebody who just, the quality is crazy. This guy's super talented. He's out of Pittsfield, over kind of by Warren. I don't know if you know where Warren, PA is. Yeah, super good guy. Crazy work. He's also a guide. He takes military vets on trips. I'm pretty sure it's free too. Just pretty cool. Nine and a half. You're close. Close to that 10. That walleye right there. That one's 10.5 pounds. My phone almost fell. Yeah, that walleye was 10.5 pounds. I caught that back in, well, let's see what the award says. June 10th, 2007. Caught that 10-pounder. We fished in a derby this year for walleye. And we fished our freaking butts off. That was probably the most I ever fished in a month. Between me and my buddies, we weighed in a couple. One was 614. One was just over 7. I weighed in one that was like 620, but I think just over 9 pounds ended up winning it. They paid out top 10 spots. My buddies was in top 10 for a while, and then all of a sudden, all the big migratory walleye showed up and ended up bumping them down the board quite a bit. So that was a bummer. Still had a lot of fun though. No sinkers in the belly. Nope. It's hard to tell from the picture, but that fish is 33.5 inches long. This was back before people even thought about putting sinkers in the billy. God, I need to pick my speed up. Slacking. I guess that was back in the era when people were still putting fish in cages for tournaments. That was back before they thought about putting sinkers in their billy. So they played it smart with that derby that we fished this year. Every fish, at least at the weigh station that we used at East End Angler, every fish that was brought in and weighed, they cut the stomach open. It was in the rules saying that the fish were going to be cut. If you weighed it in, it was getting cut. Cut the stomach open. It's kind of crappy that nowadays that's the way things got to be, but you can thank the Ohio guys for that. Actually, I think one of them was a PA guy. I think he was from Hermitage. Anybody got any questions, comments, concerns? Dang, halfway through one roll of freaking netting already. I don't even know how many rolls of netting I went through last year. I'm gonna say probably 40, if not more. It was freaking crazy. I'd sit down and I'd tie 200-300 egg sacs in one sitting. I dedicated so much time to it. But I mean, when you're tying for a business, you kind of got to. You know, you don't really have downtime. Because the second you get downtime is the second that you're behind. Tanner's filling up. All right, I gotta take a minute. I'll be right back. Damn, I have myself muted. Said I had to get my boy ready for bed. But we got peach, we got purple, we got yellow, we got a different yellow. This is more like a, I don't know, I don't really like this net. It's super stiff. Just not a fan of it. Imagine trying to tie a spawn sack in like a Brillo pad. That's basically what it feels like. We got blue. We got more peach. I'm trying to figure out where to... I'm missing my lime. But yeah, there's like a lime color. It's like chartreuse, but it's more bright. We got red. Yeah. We're loaded up on colors. It's getting there. I don't mind tying these things, but God, after so long, your back is just like, you know? It sucks. I've been looking online, seeing if I can find bulk eggs. Found a place in Oregon I can buy them. I shot them an email. See what they say. I'm trying to get like 10 pounds. 10 pounds of king eggs. I plan on going up to New York next month. Well, a couple weeks here. But I just hate, I mean, I get the salmon are gonna die anyways, but I don't want to freaking keep 3 salmon just for all the eggs. And then what am I going to do with the fish? I mean, I literally watch people throw the fish on the bank. I get that, you know, it's illegal, whatever, but I'm not going to haul 3 stinky-ass salmon home just because I wanted all the eggs. I mean, yeah, they're gonna die anyways, whatever. But anyways, when I go to New York, I need a freaking egg hole. Yeah, I can't wait for us to get out. Yeah, we gotta get out. You get your 3, I'll get my 3. We'll freaking throw all the eggs in a 5-gallon bucket. I'll get you set on spawn bags for like the next 5 years because you never steelhead fish. Might have something in the works. I'll have to talk to you privately about that, but yeah. You better get your ass ready to chase these fish because there ain't no sitting in one spot. Last year I thought I was going to be smart. I was like, oh, everybody, like where I went, everybody likes to stand where it's easy access. Everybody's like standing right off the gravel path. I was like, oh, I'll go stand in the water in front of this bush. There's nobody there. And I'm like ankle deep. Every single time I hook a fish up, down they go. And now I'm trying to run through water waist deep to catch up with these. Oh God, it was fun, but I almost went under. It was pretty sketch. It was super fun though. Actually I kept the one female last year. I got it smoked. I wasn't a fan of it, so probably from toxic water where I caught it. But anyways, yeah, I got a decent amount of eggs out of that one fish. Hopefully I can go up and get quite a bit more and stock up. A couple weeks, I seen a post of somebody caught one up in Pulaski like a week ago or whatever, but they're not really starting yet. Usually end of September is when it starts getting good. Last year it just never really got good. When I made it up at the like 24th of October last year, there was a couple fresh ones, but most of them were zombies. The one female that I caught, she was super fresh, so that's the only reason. That's the only reason I ate it, because if not, I probably would have just gave it to somebody. These guys literally catch these salmon. Now you just need a New York fishing license, that's it. And if you're gonna take split shot, make sure you take them because you can't buy lead in New York. Their split shots are all like tin. You can use lead split shot, you just can't buy lead shot. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, but anyway, so these guys, when they catch these salmon, they literally like milk them in the creek into these jars and buckets, and then they throw the fish in a garbage bag, and then they just throw the garbage bag over their shoulder. It's just crazy. Yeah, so I stopped at the shop last year on my way up, just seeing what he had. And I was like, you got any split shot? He's like, looks at me, and I was like, he's like, where are you from? I said, PA. He's like, oh yeah, I got your split shot back here. He had a whole friggin' thing of lead shot behind a counter. And I was like, what do you mean my split shot? He goes, well, technically we're not allowed to sell it in New York, but I don't care. I was just like, okay. He's like, how big you want? 1 ounce, 2 ounce? I said, 2 ounce? He's like, yeah, you're going salmon fishing, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, these are, I'm like, I don't need a 2 ounce weight to go salmon fishing. I'm good. Like, I just need some little split shot. But yeah, can't buy lead in New York. You can use it, but can't buy it. Makes absolute no sense. Whatever. It was crazy though, like just standing in the creek, You know, you just keep making your drifts, and all of a sudden, boom, something runs right into your leg. You're like, what the hell is that? Drifting, boom, something runs into your leg. Like, what the hell? And it's these brown trout. I mean, they're only like 16 to 18 inches, but they're just zooming up the creek. Dude, they just kept running into my legs. I was like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. But it's like these brown trout just kept running into my legs, and I was just like, what the hell? And it's like, when you're standing in the creek, you're like looking. You're like, all right, where are the salmon? Where are the salmon? And then all of a sudden, you just see like 5 of their fins just come out of the water. You're like, oh, okay, there. And then when you actually see them in the water, you're like, holy sh! These things are huge. Like, big. Like, we catch a 7-8 pound walleye, and we're like, wow, that's big. Until you see like a 15-20 pound salmon just chilling. You're like, this is on a whole new level. It was fun though. I had a blast. I was gonna go for the weekend last year, then had some unfortunate events happen, so I could only make it up there for the day. But yeah, I still had a freaking blast. The crazy thing is like, guys were like, I stopped at the one bait shop that's up there, and I was like, what do I need? You know, I'm from Pennsylvania. What do I need? He's like, oh, you need these egg sacs. And dude, they were the size of golf balls. I was like, what? He's like, oh yeah, you gotta have these, or you gotta have this. And it was like skein in this jar, just plastered with pink dye. And which, you look at everybody there, their hands are stained pink. That's all they use is skein, just big globs of skein. I mean, like big globs of skein. I was like, so you mean these egg sacs won't work? And I like showed him the egg sacs that I tied up the night before, and he's like, good luck. Okay, so I bought a bag of his egg sacs that were, you know, size of a freaking gumball. I caught more fish on my little egg sacs than I did the big ones that he gave me. I was like, but it's just, everybody's hands up there are stained pink. Like, everybody's hands are pink because all they use is skein or like 20 millimeter beads. Just, I literally was fishing for those king salmon the same exact way that I fished for steelhead. But when your float goes down and you set the hook and you think you're snagged, you're really not snagged. Just give it a second, and then they realize that they're hooked, gone. Oh, it's so fun. People start screaming. People don't reel their line in on time when you're chasing this fish and you're all tangled up. You're on this side of the creek, dude's on this side of the creek, you're both casting in the middle at the same group of fish, and then he hooks one, gets tangled in your line, so now you're just, what do, you know? Yeah, it was fun. It was super fun. Hopefully this year I can time it right and I'm up there when they're like just hammering up in there. When these fish spook, it sounds like when a smallmouth jumps out of the water and splashes. It's crazy. It's fun. Super fun. It's gonna be a good time. God, my eye won't stop twitching. Gotta get Olson Chuckles to go up there too. You guys are gonna have to take a weekend off from goose hunting. You're gonna use all these? All these ones are for Kirk. These are all for the shop. Got a bunch of eggs in my freezer. I gotta start tying up my own. I usually like to get a bunch for him out of the way first, so that way when it's time I'm not being pressured to get a bunch done. He's still got quite a few from last year, so get a bunch of naturals tied up for him, and then I'll start making some crazy colors. The blue ones actually worked pretty good last year, but I think it was the peach that was my killer for the steelhead and the salmon. I'll get a bunch of different colors and shit tied up. Hoping we get some rain. That's what those salmon are waiting on. They're waiting on some rain to cool that creek down. Oh yeah, I forgot. Goose starts on Monday. I went by those fields today that I told you about the other day. Nothing there. But I did see a coyote carrying a woodchuck in his mouth across the alfalfa field. Strange. Was not very big coyote to be hauling that huge groundhog. I almost thought it was a fawn at first. He wasn't very far off the road. I was like, dang, that coyote's got a fawn in its mouth. No, it was. Yeah, as soon as... Damn, there's freaking egg sac juice all over my damn phone screen. Yeah, as soon as that first picture was posted about somebody catching like a 15-inch jack, there's been dudes down at Walnut every day. And Trout Run. I'm good. I'll wait till the creek's loaded up. Unless I need some content, then I'll go down and fish for the same fish for 5 hours until it bites. Just saying. No, he was in the middle of the field. And I've been seeing a groundhog back for a while, like every morning. He's out there and I'll freaking honk my air horn at him and he stands up. So I didn't honestly pay attention today, but either way, this woodchuck was half the size of the freaking coyote, so he had no reason carrying that thing. Yeah, it was very wild, for sure. I was delivering to over near the West Erie Plaza on Monday, where it used to be prep. Now it's like the Erie Community College right there on 8th Street. Sitting there waiting for my customer to get there, and I look over in the baseball field, softball field, whatever. You should have seen the geese just dive bombing this field. I'm like, they knew though. They knew they can't be hunted there. If they're there next week, I'll have to send you a video just to keep your spirits up. I still want some goose jerky, by the way. Yeah, good luck with a new job. Hopefully you like it. I'll be here tying egg sacks until probably 10 a.m. No, I only got a quarter of what I started with left, and I'm done for the night. Yeah, dude. You could probably get them on top of the mall roof if you use like a pellet gun or something. Get a bow and arrow with some flu-flus. You know, those arrows that they shoot geese with? Yeah, you'd probably get away with it. They're catching geese in the river? No. Some people are catching them in the rivers already. I did see a picture that there was one caught up at the DSR, but I am not driving all the way up there. Where I went to Burt Dam last year, which is up near Olcott. No, they definitely wouldn't let you shoot geese off the mall roof. Yeah, I went to Burt Dam last year. That was near, it was in Olcott, New York. I hit the run super late last year. Just could never get up there. The run was super inconsistent just because we didn't have a consistent amount of rain. Hopefully this year is different because it's practically just been raining all summer long. Hopefully we get a killer steelhead, get some salmon, stocked up on eggs. Yeah, I took my SUV up there last year. I was not taking my truck. We'll take my car. Yeah, I might get a freaking hotel. That's what I'm thinking. Get like a motel room or clean out the back of the SUV and just sleep in the SUV. Can't sleep in the parking lot where I went. You gotta pay. You gotta pay to get into the parking lot where I fished. It's like $2 or something like that. Super cheap. But you can't stay in the parking lot overnight. So you basically gotta go either have like a motel or find a parking lot that'll let you sleep in your car. It's technically like private property. That's why you gotta pay to get in. It was super cool though. And they have, you can pay like $1 or $2 or something like that, because there's like a super steep ass hill you gotta go down and up. You pay like $2 or something like that. It's like $2 for you and then like $1 a fish if you have fish with you. And they'll give you a ride up the hill in a Ranger. So you ain't gotta walk it. I walked it last year. My calves were on fire. Super steep. Damn near almost straight up and down. Yeah. I didn't pay last year, but definitely gonna have some cash on me this year, because I ain't walking it again. You almost literally got to stop. It's not even that long. I'd say maybe 100 yards, but it's like this. There's stairs, or you can walk the flat part where the Ranger drives. Oh my God, it's just so brutal. That would be, yeah, I made one video on it last year. I had we took blankets and pillows and everything. I had every intention on staying the night, staying the whole weekend, but then I had that stuff happen with my family, so I wasn't able to. But I'm hoping this year, stay the weekend. Thinking about taking like my little butane stove, cooking up some breakfast or something. I mean, those guys go up there, they go hard. Those guys be sitting outside the gate waiting for them to open at like 4 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever it is. It's crazy. I didn't show up until like 11 or noon, and I still had a good time. They just all rushed to get the spot right at the bottom of the dam. I didn't really care. I was not sitting a-hole to elbow. I kind of like to do my own thing. But yeah, for sure. When we start hearing better reports, we'll figure something out. If you guys could hit that like button, I'd appreciate it very much. Hit that subscribe button. Just over 600 subscribers. More than I thought I would have at this point, to be honest with you. So I appreciate it very much. Appreciate all the support. I am going to be getting off here in a couple minutes just so I go take care of some things. I don't know. Maybe I'll stay on. I'll just leave this running. Definitely wish I could play music though. I'm not trying to get a copyright strike. All right. All right, I got to take like a 5-minute break. I'll be right back. If you stick around, cool. If not, I get it. I'll be right back though. right back. Don't think I'm going to have enough netting on this roll to finish the amount of eggs I took out, so I think I'll probably just tie till I get to the end of this roll of netting and then call it a night for tonight. I see you tying some bags. You ready to go to New York? Yes. Tying some bags. Trying to get a jump on it. These are for the shop. Trying to get a jump on it so I don't get behind, because if we keep getting rain the way we're getting and these steelhead come in, the shop's gonna run out fast. So I'm tying up a bunch of naturals tonight. These are coho eggs. I am getting ready for New York though. I'm excited. I haven't heard very many reports yet. It's still kind of early. Third week to fourth week of September, I guess, is usually when it gets good. But yes, I am going back this year. I got a couple buddies I think that might go as well. Should be a good time. I'm hoping everything lines up for me to be able to stay the whole weekend. Be able to fish more than one day. I remember last year you saying something about chucking spoons up there. I remember that. I did see a post on Facebook. Somebody caught one at the DSR, I guess. But I'm not going all the way to Pulaski. Too far for me. But yeah, I'm ready. Hopefully this year I can catch one of them huge brown trout. I seen one last year. The guy had in the parking lot. It was like 13 pounds or something. Like, it was just huge, crazy big. The freaking kype on the bottom jaw of that brown trout had to have been like, I don't know, an inch and a half. It was massive. I don't know. I might have like the perfect amount of eggs out for this roll of netting. Got less eggs in there than I thought. Tied on just shy of 5,000 egg sacs last year. And that was from September to January or so. Definitely consumed a lot of my time. A lot of my time. Too much of my time. But helping out the shop, so can't complain. What size egg sacs? These are small ones. These are for steelhead, so these are like 6 to 7 coho eggs in there. I don't know. I'd say maybe dime size. Some of them are nickel size, a little bigger. The egg sacks we use here, they're kind of small. Some people do make giant ones. It's not like up there in New York, you know, these guys are using freaking golf balls. Which is crazy because I bought some of those golf ball ones when I was up there last year, and I honestly caught more fish on these little ones than I did the big ones. But this year I'm actually thinking about maybe trying to go to Buffalo to catch steelhead too. You will catch more on the smaller ones. Then why does everybody use the big ones? And everybody uses these big freaking baseball sized things of pink skein. That is. But yeah, so with my work, I live in Erie, but I go up to Niagara Falls on Thursdays, part of my route. And I've been seeing people last year fishing the Buffalo Creek, I think it was called, if I remember correctly, steelhead fishing. And then I started like Google mapping and looking. There's actually quite a few creeks, like just outside of Buffalo, that people catch steelhead at. So I'd definitely like to maybe make a day trip up, try to fish some of those creeks this year. I think that'd be pretty cool. Oh, let's see what that said. Yeah, I went to Olcott last year. Yeah. I do remember. And then I tied up a bunch of spawn sacks the night before we went. I tied a bunch of different colors, and the only thing I got them to bite was peach and pink. Literally, I tried blue, purple, yellow. Couldn't even get a brown to bite them. Those peach ones were very good, though. Peach is definitely my favorite color bag to throw. Oh, that one just exploded all over my shirt. Sweet. Lovely. It's all over my scissors. all over the table. What's going on, everybody? If you guys could hit that like button, I greatly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. We got plenty of steelhead content coming. The season hasn't even started yet. We're just getting ready. Tying these up for local bait and tackle shop right by my house. I've been tying their egg sacks for, I was talking about it earlier, I think I've been tying them for over 8 years for this shop. Tied over 5,000 egg sacks, just shy of 5,000. It's like 4,900 and some odd last year, just for one shop alone. Basically all I did every day. Get out of work, tie spawn bags for a couple hours. Get out of work, tie spawn bags. What part do you fish at Lake Erie? We go up there a lot. I'm from Butler. I live just east of Erie, so usually I fish like out of Shades Beach or East Avenue boat launch. I don't know if you're familiar with Lampe Marina. It's right down there on the bayfront in Erie. Sometimes I'll go even farther east and I'll launch out of Northeast Marina. One of my good friends actually just reopened, opened his own tackle shop at Northeast Marina. He's got a lot of really good stuff in there, so if you're ever over that way, check it out. Got the boat ramp right out back. It's a public launch. They're catching a lot of really big walleye out of there right now. These fish the big ones are still kind of a little bit east of Erie, kind of hanging out near that PA New York line all the way out to Westfield. They're catching them. But yeah, I usually fish in Shades Beach or East Avenue boat ramp. Actually, I haven't fished out of Shades much at all this year. It's mainly been East Avenue. You probably fish over near Walnut. I'm gonna assume that's where a lot of the out-of-town people go, to Walnut. So I can't blame them. We got a lot of parking, some great fishing over there. Fish cleaning station right there at the marina. So many notifications on here. All right, my bad. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. You should have said something. See that walleye right there? 33.5 inches long, 10 pounds, 6 ounces. Caught that back in 2007. Back when I was just a wee little pup. That was back when if you went out and caught a limit of walleye, it was a dang good day. Now you go out and catch your limit in 5 minutes. Crazy. Bring back the perch. That's what I want. I like catching perch. Love catching walleye. There's just something about catching perch. Yeah, usually I fish the east side when I steelhead fish. 16 mile, 20 mile, 4 mile. 14-pound walleye, good Lord. That's a tank. That's a pretty big freaking walleye. Wow, that's big. 14 pounds. I wish. This spring, a couple buddies and I were talking about, like, next spring, trying to maybe go to Ohio, catch the walleye when they're spawning. 14, 15 pounders. That'd be nice. Which oh, Medusa, I got a couple of those over there in my bucket. I don't have very much musky tackle. I think I have maybe like 15 lures or so. I don't musky fish much. Me and my dad got into it years ago. Kind of got into it hard for a year, and then that was pretty much it. Cause that's when I really got into, like, I was always into walleye, but that's when I like started getting into it like super hardcore. Just kind of put the musky fishing on the back burner. But this fall, when the water temperatures cool down, I plan on going musky fishing. Hopefully I make a video out of it. We can hopefully get at least one. Get some follows, something. 37 inches in the Allegheny River. My biggest is 45 and a half or 46 inches, something like that. That was out of a little local lake here. Or are you talking 37 inches was the walleye? She caught a 37-inch walleye. That's not, oh my God, 37-inch walleye. That's freaking wild. Hopefully you put that on your wall, because if not, you made a mistake, my friend. That's crazy. 14 pounds, 37 inches. That's crazy. I can't even like begin to wrap my head around. That's wild. Crazy that it still wasn't our state record, right? And the state record, I believe, just got broke. You put it back? Oh my Lord, what a true sportsman. That thing would have been hanging right next to that one. But yeah, state record just got broken. It was last year, the year before. Now it's 18 pounds. It was 17.9 out of the Kinzu. And I think it came out of the new one. It came out of the Susquehanna River, if I'm not mistaken. From shore. 18 pounds. That one will be a tough one to beat. How's it going for anybody just tuning in? This is all the netting I have left on the first roll of the season. Once I'm done with this roll, I am done for the night. I need to like frick back brace or something. God, these eggs that are left in here, some of them don't look that great. My buddy said the same thing. He like you. Oh, I've never eaten a river fish, to be honest with you. These walleye up here at Lake Erie, I know, obviously way back then Lake Erie was disgusting, but as invasive as these zebra mussels are, they really are helping clean that water. Lake Erie is... What's crazy is, you know, not when it's storming and the water's all churned up, but like if we don't have a storm for a couple weeks, you can go out in a boat in 20 foot of water and you can almost see the, like, you literally can see the boulders on the bottom. This lake out here is super, super clean. Definitely still don't recommend drinking it, but yeah, if you steelhead fish, you gotta come up this fall and get together and go steelhead fishing. Always looking for people to fish with. I think we got enough for one more. See if we can make this. Oof. It's gonna be close. It's going to be close. I think we got it. That's it. It's the last strip. First roll of the season completed. They go out sometimes on his boat walleye fishing. He puts out a walnut. Yeah. See, when I walleye fish out of Walnut, I fish out there early season. They seems like they have a better resident population out there, and then when the fish start migrating from Ohio, obviously they pass Walnut before they come over to the east side where I'm at. So early season, like when we're fishing like 10 foot of water and less, I like to fish out of Walnut, but other than that, you will not catch me out there. There's a freaking zoo. Here we go. I don't know how many is there. I guess I could probably count them out. I want to say maybe 80. 94. So how does that work? If you fish Ohio and you get a limit there too, do you have to pull your boat out of the water? I mean, obviously you can stay in the water and go across the Ohio line, but what happens if you cross into Ohio and you get checked and you still have a limit of walleye from PA, or vice versa? You go to Ohio, come back, catch it in PA, you go back to Walnut and they check you and you got double your limit there. How would that work? But yeah, 94 egg sacks. Not a bad way to start the season. Maybe I'll go get a snack, get something to drink, and come back and start the next roll, I guess. Nothing else to do. There's a lot of shells in these eggs. Yeah, I don't know how that would work. I don't know if you would technically have to, like, pull your boat. I don't know, because you obviously you could drive right into Ohio, but I just don't know how would they regulate you with an Ohio limit and a PA limit in your boat all at once. I mean, I'm sure they're going to give you hell for it. I mean, because how are you going to prove that you didn't just catch them all in PA? This year I also thought about going to Steelhead Fish Ohio. Never Steelhead fished Ohio, ever. Some of these eggs really look like crap. No, I don't need to. I'm good. Last year on one of my lives, I was bet that I wouldn't eat some of these. And I did. And I threw up almost instantly. I'm good. Learn from my mistakes. Won't do it again. It was disgusting. It's terrible. My eye will not stop twitching. I don't know why. It's been like 3 days. Appreciate it. They just, I don't know, it smells like salt cured eggs. I don't know. They don't really smell like fishy. They just, I don't know. I don't want to say they don't smell bad, but God, of course, now like everything's itching. It's because of you. Jinxed me. Now I'm like, can't stop touching my face. Alfonso. But yeah. Dang, I almost need a fan down here. Yeah, I usually just switch up the color netting. I don't usually dye my eggs. But these are for the shop. So when I tie for the shop, he will dye them orange. He dyes the red, pink, chartreuse. He dyes all his for, you know, what he wants me to tie. But when I tie personal ones, all I do is switch the netting color. Now all I can smell is fish because I touched my damn face. Disgusting. If you guys could hit that subscribe button, I appreciate it. Hit that like button. Plenty more lives coming. We're just getting started. We got 3 months of this, if not more. Yeah, kind of disappointed. I had a brand new tire, Dave. Brand new. Just took it out of the package tonight for this special occasion. I couldn't do more than 3 egg sacs with it. Obviously it's not broke in yet, but it's just like when I push up on this, it should pop all the way up. Should just hire someone to sit here for like hours and just go like this and wear it in. So watch this one. This is one of the old school ones. No problem. Yes. Appreciate you guys hitting that like button. That's awesome. Appreciate that very much. Definitely got more lives coming. Been doing this one for 2 hours already. Wow. Yeah. You twist them up. I seen a guy last year in the creek doing that. He laid out his square netting. He twisted up, tie it around, and leave all the extra netting still on there. Put it on his hook, cast it out, get snagged, and then he'd tie another one up. I'm like, why don't you just tie them up on here at home? Or just bring a bunch of them. He said, oh, I like it. It's more fresher like this. I'm like, okay, whatever you say, man. But yeah, I, to be honest, have never tied one without one of these machines. So I personally don't know what it's like. No idea what it's like. I got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got another one in here. I got 4 of these damn things. But so another thing I noticed here, I'm gonna point this out too. So Atlas Mics was out of business, whatever, yada yada yada, or they stopped making the sack tire. Look at these old ones. These old ones have this rivet here that pushes all the way through. Nice and smooth, pops back up, no issues. Look at this brand new one. Will not pop back up. Has to be forced all the way up, not smooth. This is the biggest thing here. Look at this. This rivet doesn't even come all the way through on the new ones. They were literally too cheap. So I can get that in there. They were literally too cheap to even put a rivet all the way through this thing. Definitely just not made like it used to be. They engraved Atlas mics on the new one up top, but the old ones don't have it. But these old ones, I'll take these old ones over this brand new one any day. I had one of these brand new ones last year. I tied like 4 or 5 egg sacs with it, and the rivet popped out. And I'm telling you right now, just by doing this one's already loose. That rivet is not going to hold on very long. That's what I'm thinking. It has to be made in China. You can't even get the freaking rod through there for the netting. That's crazy. Gotta be made in China. That's the only thing I can think of. Actually, I should have checked the package. I think I still have it. Alright, so here's a package. Let's see what the package says. It says, #1 tire since 1970. It says, catfish anglers can use this for chicken liver, shrimp, sardines, cut bait, and etc. I don't see anywhere where it says made in China. Gotta be made in China. There's no way it's not. No idea. It says it has chemicals that can cause you, known to the state of California, to cause cancer. What doesn't cause cancer in California? Sell it to someone on the stream. I could, but then I feel like I'm ripping them off. I don't know. I think I just need to give it a chance and put about 5,000 egg sacs through it. Maybe it'll be like the old ones. I doubt it, but maybe. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it. It's not Not happy with it. To be honest, I went and bought this one, the one I use currently. I bought that off eBay when they stopped making them. And you could not find one anywhere. I found that one on eBay. I paid like 60 bucks for it. I'm not gonna lie. Paid like $60 for it. Now you can go buy one of these remakes for like just shy of 30. But they ain't half as good as the old ones. I got ripped off. I mean, I guess I did get ripped off technically, but I'll take these old ones over these new ones any day. Wait, this one's broken. This is an old one too. This one's so gooped up with egg gum that it won't even close. There it goes. Yeah, this one needs to soak in some hot water for a while. Figure out what it's catching on. Definitely a lot of egg goop in there. But yeah, this one. So I got backups on backups on backups. Dang, you guys are still hitting that like button. I appreciate that very much. But yeah. Somebody wants to give me what I paid for this, I can have it. No, it's all good. I'll end up using it. I think it just needs worked in. That's all. I just don't know why it doesn't. I don't know why it doesn't slide back. Like, what is causing this thing to not return? I don't know. It slides super smooth. Maybe it's something with this. I'll pay somebody $5 an hour to sit here, open and close this thing until it's smooth. That's like trying flues after a while. I get bored. I don't know. Well, put your glasses on, damn it. Don't know how I can tie so many egg sacs. Well, I don't know, honestly. I like doing it. I like doing it for the shop. It keeps me busy, because if not, I'd be like sitting here tweaking out, trying to find something to do. Not literally tweaking, but you get my point. I have a really hard time sitting still. So, oh, here's the instruction manual that came with the thing. Maybe in here it'll tell us if it was made in China. To keep your Atlas mic spawn sack tire operating properly, it must be cleaned with hot soapy water after every use. Maybe why that's why this old one's still hanging in, because I clean it every time I use it. Interesting. And I got a step-by-step guide how to tie a spawn sack. Yeah, I used to tie flies, Dave. I don't know. One, I wasn't good at it. I guess I never really gave it a good college try. Just wasn't that great at it, and I don't know. I'm just not really a huge fan of standing on the bank twirling around, you know what I mean? Yeah. I have 3 fly rods, and I will use them. But if you see a fly rod in my hand, I'm bored. Dang. I guess I should. Guess if I'm gonna sit here and keep talking, I guess I should. Even the netting doesn't say China on it. But yeah, these are 16-foot rolls, by the way. So I already went through one 16-foot roll. Last year I kept track of exactly how many egg sacs I did, This year I'm gonna keep track of how many rolls I go through and how many egg sacs. I had a notepad somewhere. I had it all written down. This is the fly rod I got. Okay, this got freaking cobwebs on the reel. I think it's a Redington Vice with a Redington Rise reel. It's alright. I tried to pull a trick though. Well, it wasn't really a trick. So I bought that combo for my fiance. Because she wanted her own fly rod. I was like, okay. We went out. I bought it. Got it shipped to the house. UPS lost the rod. It ended up showing up like 3 days after it was supposed to. Go out on the creek. She catches a couple steelhead on it the first time. Didn't use it. I'm like, well, I bought you this rod. So now I use it barely. But yeah, so now I have a really nice fly combo. If you like center pin, my brother gave me his to learn how. I'm still having problems. Yeah, so honestly, I taught myself how to use a center pin. A lot of backlashing, a lot of bird's nests. But yeah, I like my center pin a lot. This is my pin. It's what is this? Akuma Rod 2 with the Fish USA flagship. Let's see if I can get that in there. It's an 11-foot light rod. And this is the same rod I used for steelhead last year. And this is the same rod that I took up for king salmon. 11-foot light. And I went 3 for 5 on king salmon with it. I think I have 15-pound. So on the back, I have like braided backing, like fly line backing on there. And I have 15-pound blood run main line, which I absolutely hate. Hate it. Will be switching this year, 100% for sure. The reason I don't like it, I'm fighting a fish. There's a lot of tension in the reel. So when I'm reeling in, cool. Get the fish in, land the fish. And then I go to, flick for my next drift. The line stretches and goes over itself in the reel. So then I have to pull all the line back out because it's pinched in the reel because it, got tight and stretched over itself. So I was recommended to use Gamma this year. So I'm going to try Gamma and see if it makes a difference. But yeah, Blood Run is definitely not my favorite line. And then I got my special custom floats. These are from Duck and Down Floats. Super awesome guy. You can make basically any design or anything you want on these floats. I think they're balsa. Don't quote me because I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, he makes some pretty sick floats. He's got a really cool Facebook page. You go check him out. Duck and Down Floats. DUCKN Down Floats. Can't miss him. Big old duck in his picture. But yeah, he's out of Pennsylvania as well. This year I'm planning on doing a giveaway, so I'm probably going to. I have another guy that I'm working with for beads this year. I'm trying out some different beads, Drifties beads. So I'm probably gonna link up with him and then link up with Duck and Down Floats. Maybe put together a package and do a giveaway. Maybe once I hit like 700 subs, give away some floats and some beads. But yeah, that's my center pin. Nothing crazy, nothing super expensive. Nothing super expensive. Definitely not a $700-800 Kingpin or Colville. I couldn't afford that. If you guys could hit that like button, I'd appreciate it very much. I'm gonna go grab these beads real fast because I just got them in the mail the other day. All right, Yeah, so I just got these beads in the mail the other day. Guys out of West Virginia, Drifties beads. Super cool guy. I gotta remove these eggs before I spill them. Okay, that's all. Yeah, check some of these colors out. It's like a purple. I don't even think these are gonna show up that well on camera. Pretty sick. There's these ones here. I think these ones are, I don't remember what the name of the color is. Look at that. These ones glow. I sent him a picture of a bead. I said, "Do you have anything close to this?" And he literally had an exact match. So that was pretty cool. That made me pretty happy. This one's a little bit bigger. These ones are pretty sweet. I think these ones are called like Sun-Kissed, maybe. I don't exactly remember, to be honest with you. There we go. Back in here so I don't lose them. There's some nice UV colors, crazy bright. What's this one? This one's called Just Peachy. Let's see if I can get that. I mean, these colors are super bright. I think this one's The Big Mistake. That one's pretty cool. My brother gave me... Have you seen any steelhead caught in the creeks over there? I've seen a few caught in Ohio already. I personally have not. But I have seen pictures of some guys that are catching them towards the creek mouths, casting spoons and stuff like that. Near Walnut Creek, there was a couple that were caught. Nothing over here on the east side of the county where I'm at. I was going to go looking this week. If I could learn how to freaking talk. I was going to go looking this weekend to see if maybe there was any pink salmon that had come in. I tried beads on my fly rod, didn't do bad, caught some steelhead on. Yeah, my buddy uses beads on his fly rod too. I'm trying to convince him into float fishing more. He's a fly guy at heart, and he just can't put that damn fly rod down. But yeah, they got some. These things are huge, probably way bigger than I would use. I think these are like 12 millimeter or 14 millimeter, some crazy thing like that. Yeah, got some greens. Some more of this. I like these ones here. Pretty cool. A lot of them are dying. They come in and it gets 85 during the day. Yeah, it was 86 degrees today, and our creeks have like no flow to them. I don't really see them dying or hear of people saying that they're dying, but they're coming in. They're basically coming in like late evening, like right at dark, and they might hang out during the night when the water cools off, you know, a degree or two. But as soon as that sun comes up, they're right back out into the lake. They're not even thinking about sticking around. Soon. Not soon enough, but soon. I'm ready. I guess if I'm gonna sit here and keep talking, I might as well keep going. Already at 94 in there. Oh, we had as many pink salmon as last year. Those things are so cool. I caught one last year. I actually have a video. I think I made it into a short. Last year, I caught one pink salmon. There was two of them that were spawning. I caught one. The creek that I caught mine on, I know of at least 5 or 6 that were caught. And 3 of them were kept, so I know, you know, they weren't repeats. But yeah, I don't know. From what I'm hearing is the pink salmon, they spawn every other year. So we might not see a return on them this year if that holds true. I don't know for certain. I have no idea. But yeah, everybody's still trying to figure out where the heck they all came from, because it's just super weird that they all just showed up at one time. But I said earlier in this live, one of the charters here out of Erie caught a king salmon, and they caught an Atlantic salmon out of Erie, PA here. Atlantic salmon. I guess they tracked the fin that was clipped, and it was actually stocked in Lake Huron. That's what they say. That's what they're saying. Lake Huron all the way here to Lake Erie. That's crazy. But yeah, there's been a couple king salmon caught this year, a couple cohos caught already, and these are just being caught trolling for walleye. No pinks though. Haven't heard of any pinks. Definitely would be cool if they started running here. Ooh, this one's gonna be nice if I don't pop any eggs. Wow, I saw an Atlantic caught in Ohio last year. A biologist said it was the first time ever reported from that. Wow, that's crazy. So I would just wonder though, like I said, there's been a couple kings caught, cohos, these pinks, Atlantics. I mean, what is making these salmon? I mean, obviously they're there and they've been here. You know what I mean? But it's like, why are they all of a sudden now like making themselves known? Just weird. There's been quite a few king salmon caught out of Erie in the last couple of years. I think one of them was caught in Walnut Creek during steelhead season. Just curious as to, is it just maybe because there's that many more fishermen out there now compared to back then, that, you know, the catch, there's a higher catch rate maybe? I don't know. They don't like Lake Huron anymore. Hey, maybe their food source changed. Maybe they got caught up chasing a school of bait fish. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, those pink salmon last year really drew a lot of attention, which is crazy though, because they were in Ohio, all the way in PA, and they were catching them in New York. I just don't understand where they came from. Nobody really understands where they came from. There was some rumor that they got dumped off a boat years ago, but we tried looking stuff up on Google and nothing ever held true. I don't know. Somebody tried saying that Canada stocks them, but I couldn't find anything saying that they do. It's not saying that they don't. I have no idea. Definitely interesting, that's for sure. They aren't stocked in any Great Lakes. Yeah, so where did they come from? I know they stopped stocking the coho here in PA just because they could never get a good return on them. But there's still some coho that get caught every year here in PA. I'm pretty sure a couple years ago I caught one. I caught this steelhead that kind of had like a green tint to it, and it had like big rosy red cheeks, and I was like, wow, it's just a male steelhead. And this is before I really knew to like look for a black mouth. And I distinctly remember being like, wow, why is the inside of his mouth black? Didn't think anything of it, let it go. And now looking back, I'm like, definitely possibly could have been a coho. Come on. I don't think they raised some. I think they raised some to try if they work out. Raised some what? Pink salmon? They raised some. Dude, they work out. It definitely would be cool to have like a salmon run in Lake Erie. That'd be sick. I mean, obviously I know our ecosystem in Lake Erie is just too crazy for those salmon. But evidently, some do survive. Yeah, I don't know. Nobody really knows. Nobody knows what the story is with those pink salmon. I definitely I thought it was a steelhead when I first saw them because they were literally in like 6 inches of water. You know, kicking gravel with their tail. I was like, man, those steelhead look weird. Why are they spawning already? Like, I was so confused. And then when the one like swam past me and I saw it had a bright yellow eye, that's when I was like, all right, something ain't right here. And then the one came up right in front of me and it stopped. And I seen the hump on its back and I was like, holy shit. The freaking pink salmon. It was pretty cool. I ended up letting mine go. I took some pictures. Eventually I'd like to take it to my guy to get a replica mount. The kings and cohos don't do well because of how shallow. Yeah. Yeah. Lake Erie being shallow does not help with the kings. They need that deep, deep cold water. I don't think that they will try stocking the pink salmon. I do know that in PA, there's like a project going on now to reintroduce the Cisco back to Lake Erie, which is a native species. In Warren, PA, below the Kinzoo Dam, they used to raise walleye there. I think they raised steelhead there as well. That is the hatchery. They are raising these Cisco. I guess from what the biologist said at an event that I was at last year, they found this strain of Cisco that originated from Lake Erie, way down in PA somewhere. I don't know, somewhere along the lines of Raystown Lake. Maybe that's where it was. But they found this Cisco strain that came from Lake Erie. And now they're trying to reintroduce it back to Lake Erie as a food source, you know, for the walleyes, for the lake trout. Don't know. Guess we'll see what happens. It's kind of another one of those things that the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission does, but really doesn't put out there. Yeah, take care, Dave. Make sure you turn your notifications on next time I'm live. Jump in that chat. It's always good talking to you. Take care. Have a good night, buddy. I don't even know how many I got done. Got this container halfway full. God, I can't stop touching my face, and now my face smells like fish. I'll be right back, guys. Gotta run up and get a paper towel fast. Oh, I go from 3 to 0 as soon as I walk away. It's all good. We got a couple minutes left anyway. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. Just tied up some spawn bags for steelhead out at Erie, PA. Got a container half full. What's going on? Thanks for clicking on the video. Just tied up some spawn bags for steelhead. We got a lot in there. Over 100. Getting down. Ugh. Getting down towards the end of the eggs that I took out. I tie these up for a local shop near me, so that's why there's so many of the same color. What the hell is that? There's probably like 120, 130 in there. Oh. Alright guys, out the point this morning. Well, that means I'm gonna have to go out fishing. I went jigging last weekend. We were out for like 2 hours. It was terrible. All we caught was sheephead. Said hell with it. I think we caught one walleye. Said hell with it, and we left. I have not trolled. I've not trolled for a walleye in probably a month and a half, honestly. I got tired of reeling in 250 feet of lead core every single time. I'd say really once that derby was over, that's when I quit like hardcore fishing for walleye. The derby was fun though. Only got 4. I'm hearing the big fish are still near Westfield out of Northeast. I stopped at Northeast today to enter that raffle thing they were doing. A lot of people launching out of Northeast. It's got a lot of tackle in that shop too. Tons of stuff in there. A lot of really cool stuff in there. More worm harnesses than I could ever fish in my entire life. Yeah, he said the other day that he was gonna go out and look for the perch. Last I heard was 62 and a little east. I wanna get out there with my live scope, fish for them perch. I'm not over walleye fishing. I just don't want to go out there 90 feet of water to get them. I know guys are doing good in the 70s, but still. When that water cools down, they'll come back in shallow. I can literally feel my freaking eyes getting heavy. I've been on this for 163 minutes. That's almost 3 hours. Good God. If you guys could hit that subscribe button, I appreciate it. I don't know how many I got left. I probably got enough for probably 2 or 3 sacks left. Supposed to be a good weekend. I would really like to fish tomorrow morning, but oh, that egg just popped all over my phone. That's awesome. I'd like to fish tomorrow morning, but thunderstorms, from what I'm hearing. And I'm not trying to deal with that. Dang, that damn thing did just popped all over my freaking phone. Lovely. Oh, I can't even tell it's not. My eyes are like twitching so bad. Last one, last one. Just enough eggs in there for one more. That's it. Finally. Finished all the eggs that I took out. Oh. 167 minutes. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, that's it. I'm done. There's probably 140 in there or so. I want to thank everybody for watching. It's been a long, almost 3 hours. And steelhead season's not even started yet. I'm just gonna jump on it for the bait shop. So, got a lot of live videos coming, a lot of content coming. Stay tuned for the steelhead season. Tight lines, everybody.